Back at Roy S. Anderson, 8 minutes to go. 8 is the lead for the Railers, 41-33. Railers will start with the basketball. Cook, Horsham, Bowlby, Cruz, and Podbelsic on the floor for the Railers. Max drives around the right side. Max is going to try and drive in. We had it stripped away, and the grab of the arm by Dugan, and no call. Peak kicks back out to Keene. Over to Dugan. Barlow into Peak. Peak in the lane. Goes up over Bowlby. Left it up short. Cook comes down with it. Yeah, there was contact there, but they're not going to call that in this game.
No, I hope not anyway.
Bowlby's going to drive in at the free throw line. He lost it. Gets it over to Max.
Keep it moving. Get a good shot. We're up 8 here, starting the 4th. Let's get a good basket.
Horsham over to Cruz on the right wing in front of the Railer bench.
They're almost kind of running a matchup zone where the Railers look like it can get anything. And the hot shooter, Horsham.
Horsham's 3 spins out. Bowlby tries to get it, but the rebound comes down to Keene. Dugan along the sideline. Lost control of it, but gets it over to Barlow. Keene finds it. Keene's going to work against Bowlby and Horsham.
Get out. Shooter.
Dugan, corner, 3. Left it short, tracked down by Podbelsic. Railers have the numbers, 2-on-2. Will thought about stopping for 3. Cruz over to Cook. Horsham, open, 3. Back rim, no good. Rebound down to Barlow, ahead to Peak. Back and forth, this one's going.
Yeah.
And Pod's going to be whistled for the reach, and that'll be number 4 on Podbelsic.
Yeah, the 3 we didn't need. You know, Tyler's been hot. He's been shooting well, but you take quick shots, you just give a chance for Jacksonville to get the ball back, especially if you don't hit them. And the Railers up 8. You got to work some clock and try and see if you can get an easy basket.
Podbelsic back out. Donofsky back in. So you've got Donofsky, Cook.
Gavin got 3.
Gavin has 4. Dugan looking to get inbounds. Does so to Peak. 6.5 to go. Railers lead is 8. Dugan looking to go baseline, and Bowlby does a nice job of getting in the way. Dugan tried to fire it off of him, didn't go down, but inside it's a good move from Josh Peak.
Yeah, again, they're not going to burn you from 3, but they're going to go to the basket, and that's what, again, Peak just puts his head down and finds a way to get to the rim.
41-35, down to 6 minutes to go. The lead down to 6 for the Railers.
Yeah, and how long can he keep Gavin on the bench?
Donofsky in the corner to Cook. Max got to get out of there. On top, near the timeline to Cruz. Horsham, watched by Barlow. 5 team fouls whistled on the Railers here in the half. Only 3 on the Crimsons. Free throws could become key here down the stretch. Horsham going to fire again. Missed again. Bowlby tries to get it. Lost it to Peak. Peak working against Cook. The hot shooting that Tyler had in the second quarter has certainly left him here in the 4th.
Yeah, you kind of want to kind of hold the guy back, but sometime in point in the game, if you're not hitting, you got to pull the reins back a little bit.
Barlow, they tried to get it down to Armstrong. They got it to Cruz, who tried to save it in bounds. Ball loose. Austin reaches in, and it was last touched by Austin. Austin would have been better off there, Josh, just hanging on to it, because I think he was afraid he was falling out of bounds.
And I think he had pretty good balance, so I don't know that he was going to fall out.
5:13 to go. Just a 6-point advantage for Lincoln. 41-35. Peak cuts down in the lane. Flips it up and in.
Yeah, not a good feeling right now for the Railers. Not a lot of offensive punch. We've taken too many threes, and we're not stopping any drives by Jacksonville.
41-37. And you talked about Josh Peak being able to heat up in a hurry. Well, he scored 4 here quickly, and you see how close Jacksonville's starting to cut it, just down to 4.
Yeah, he realizes he's got to take over, and a good player will.
Horsham, another 3, missed it off the front of the rim. Rebound comes down to Jacksonville, and Coach Alexander's looking for somebody. I believe Pod is probably coming in for Horsham.
Yeah, I think right now you got to bring Pod and Gavin Block back in.
Barlow 3, shoots up an air ball. Pod in. Horsham out. 4.5 to go. Railers up by 4.
All right, time for a big basket here. If we've talked about Podbelsic for 3 or sometime the Railers getting a big basket, now is when we need it.
And you know, Will is also very good at faking the 3, driving from the corner and getting that layup.
Well, it's very, very spread. and the Railers have driving lanes. It's just we got to take them. Here comes Gavin back in.
Gavin back in. He replaces Cruz. Nice minutes from Austin here tonight.
Yeah, excellent minutes off the bench for Cruz.
4:13 to go. Lincoln 41, Jacksonville 37. Max being watched by Andy Jackson. Danofsky over on the right side to Bolby. Edward picks up the dribble. Down low, nobody's there, and he throws it away. Danofsky got clogged up in the middle, so another turnover.
The Railers being not aggressive at all right now, especially going to the basket, and that's one thing Keene has decided he's going to do is go to the hoop. Peak.
Peak up to Hans. Dugan, watched by Danofsky. Jackson. Swinging around to Peak, and we've got an offensive foul called on Peak. Big play, because if it goes the other way, Gavin's fouled out, but an offensive foul is going to be whistled on Peak.
Yeah, he should have got one down here. Gavin did a good job, and he got his fourth foul on that, and I thought that was even more questionable than the one before, but Gavin did a good job. He knew Peak's his goal right now is to get to the rim, and right now the Railers need to have that goal also, is find a way to get to a layup, a free throw, something, rather than a three, and be aggressive. Go, Max.
3.5 to go. Horsham on the left wing brings the dribble to the top of the key. Over the right side to Cook, down to the corner to Gavin. Gavin looking for a cutting Bolby, who lays it up and missed it.
Not been Bolby's night.
That was a big basket they needed right there. Did not go down. So Jacksonville again catching a break. That was a nice look from Gavin. Edward with the cut, and it just spun off. Turnaround jumper up and good. That's Hans. Timeout taken by the Crimsons. Just a 30 with 3 minutes to go. They're saying a full timeout. They're taking time. We will as well. 3 minutes to go. Crimsons have cut it to 2. Back in a moment with Lincoln. On the floor for the Railers. Gavin Block, Max Cook, Edward Bolby, Will Podbelsic, Tyler Horsham, the starters on the floor for the Railers. 2 of them, Podbelsic and Block, with 4 fouls.
Yeah, we got the layup we wanted last possession, but we weren't able to convert. So we've got to get it in.
Gavin, top of the key, over to Max, Podbelsic. Railers need to take care of the basketball. We count down to 2:30. Railers have run off 30.
Yeah, if you can run it off, you'll be all right.
Max in the lane. Wild shot, looking for a foul, no call. Jacksonville a chance to tie or possibly take a lead, but Tyler does a nice job tipping it out of bounds right by the Railers student section.
Yeah, not a good job by Max. Really contested in the lane from about 8 feet, and had a bigger kid, 6'7" kid, Hans on him. And the Railers really struggling right now on offense.
Dugan again trying to get it out of the corner, and Horsham knocks it away again. 2:22 left, 2-point lead for the Railers.
Yeah, we can't let it get back into Hans. He's a pretty good shooter from about 8 feet.
Barlow over to Dugan. As we approach the 2-minute mark, into Peak, in the lane, contact, and another offensive foul as Peak lowered his shoulder.
Yeah, he just does. That's what he does. He lowers his shoulder, and if you're in the way, you're going to get bulldozed, and Gavin stuck in there for 2 of them, and we got 2 big calls on him.
Big play by Gavin Block, stepping in the way, and Josh Peak certainly not happy about that. Coach Dugan, he's not enamored with the call either.
Well, but I think he understands, man, when you roll that chest, or that shoulder, and you hit a guy in the chest, it's going to be a charge.
Gavin with a move down the lane, kicks it out to Bolby. Horsham. 1:45 left in the game. Max near the sideline. Gavin in the corner, skips it on top to Horsham. Tyler looked at the shot, thought better of it.
Yeah, and I think we're really, with the pressure that Jacksonville's putting on us with our ball handlers, we can hold it for a minute, hopefully a minute 30 here left in the game.
Bolby, nice catch by Gavin in the lane. Gavin turns, tries to go in, had the ball knocked out of bounds as Gavin goes hard to the ground. No call coming, 1:27 to go. Railers still hanging on to that 2-point lead.
Again, we've gotten in the area of two-point land, but we've just been unable to hit it.
Get it inbounds out to Max. Now the Railers down underneath to Bolby. Bolby kicks it back out to Podbelsic. There's Tyler. Tyler fakes the 3, doesn't take, hands to Max.
Yeah, make him guard us, make him foul. 5 team fouls for both the Railers and the Crimsons. So let's make him foul us and put us on the line. We got a 2-point lead.
And a foul is going to be whistled against Jacksonville.
Railers got to handle the ball, be strong with it. You know Jacksonville's going to come after you. Only 1:06 left. Railers up 41-39 here in the fourth. Be ready and be strong with it. Make your passes and meet your passes.
Railers have gone 7 minutes in this quarter without a score, and a held ball is going to be called as Peak reaches in against Gavin, and the alternate possession will send it to Jacksonville. Railers have yet to score in this quarter, have only 8 points in the half.
Yeah, we have not had a offensive outburst by any means. But if you can get a stop here, we're in good shape.
So now, Jacksonville down by 2. Do they hold it for the last? Do they go for the tie or the win?
If they can get it to Peak, that's where it's going. He's going to try and dribble in. He's going to try and get to the lane, get to the rim. So play defense, get in front of him, and get out.
We're down to 30 seconds. Into Peak in the lane. Spin move, throws it up, and it goes down, and we're tied. 23 seconds to go. Tied at 41. Can the Railers win one on a buzzer beater? Max down to 14. Coach isn't going to call a timeout. We're just going to go with it. We're down to 10. Max is going to be the one maybe to take it. Max drives in. Crossover dribble. Takes it to the lane. Has it knocked out of bounds. Some of the Railers looking for a foul call. Nothing coming that way. That was just good defense, I think, from Jacksonville.
Pretty good block by Hans.
4.4 to go. No timeout coming. 41-41. Ball loose on the ground. And we've got a whistle with Jacksonville have the ball. And this is certainly not a time for Jacksonville to
I think he called the coach out. Had a timeout.
So we've got one official. The officials are speaking on the Railer side of the court, and I heard a whistle after Jacksonville had the ball. Yeah. And there's 1/10 showing on the clock, so they're going to have to put time on the clock. And Coach Dugan is not going to be happy about this. It would be interesting to see how much time they put back on the clock. And
no time.
I think they signaled a timeout to Jacksonville.
Yeah, they did. And it's impossible. It's 1 second.
Oh, they put 1 second on the clock. So, with 1 second to go, Jacksonville will have it.
Sideline way down there. Any type of the Railers got to get down on this end and stop any form of a long pass, almost that a la Christian Leitner.
Here's the thing. The person that's going to receive the ball, do you run into him? Not intentionally.
It's hard to do it with only 1 second. You know they're going to shoot it. If it was 4 seconds, maybe because he has a chance to take a couple dribbles and shoot. With 1 second, the only thing he can do is turn and shoot. So I don't foul at all. You just stay in front, try and put a body on somebody. It's going to be some sort of a long pass.
Tied at 41. Jackson will inbound right in front of the Railer bench. Here we go. Jackson looking. They throw down court. It's thrown out of bounds. And so the Railers get it where he threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, we get the ball right on our sideline in front of the Railer bench because nobody touched it after the Jacksonville pass. So now the Railers call a timeout. Let's set up a play and give ourselves a chance.
Railers take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 1 second to go, tied at 41. Back in a moment. This is Lincoln. 1 second showing on the Roy S. Anderson clock. We are tied at 41. A turnover by Jacksonville gives the Railers the ball inbound in front of their own basket. Josh, what do you do?
Well, I hope you can get a good look. You don't want to do what Jacksonville did and give yourself a chance to get Jacksonville the ball back. You got to get it in, get it quick. It's probably not going to be close to the basket because Jacksonville is going to clutter the lane.
1 second to go. Max Cook will be handling the inbound duties. He'll be guarded by Blake Hans, so Max is going to have to get it over and around. Here we go. Max looking, gets it to Will, fires a three, and it is blocked. And we are going to overtime. At the end of regulation, tied at 41. Back with the extra session in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.